In the first hours after humanity's sudden absence, Earth would continue much as it always had, but with a peculiar emptiness. The pulse of civilization, measured in blinking traffic signals and the hum of neon signs, would persist briefly. Automated systems, designed to operate without constant oversight, would flicker on for a short while. Hospitals, data centers, and industrial complexes would draw on their backup generators, their lights a stubborn echo of human activity. Yet, this resilience is fleeting. As the hours slip into days, fuel stores would dwindle and engines would sputter to a stop. The intricate tapestry of power grids, so reliant on human maintenance and oversight, would unravel. City after city would go dark, not all at once, but in a gradual, uncoordinated cascade. The artificial constellations of human creation, those bright webs seen from space, would fragment and fade, one metropolis at a time. But the end of artificial light does not mean the end of illumination. The sun, faithful and indifferent, would continue its ancient dance, rising and setting over empty cities and wild landscapes. Daylight would bathe the world as it always has, revealing the contours of mountains, the sweep of grasslands, and the silent geometry of streets now devoid of traffic. At night, another transformation would begin. Without the interference of electric lights, the nocturnal world would reclaim its brilliance. Imagine the first true nightfall over Manhattan in a century. Skyscrapers silhouetted against a sky thick with stars, the Milky Way arching above in a silver river, and the hush of darkness settling over the city. As the days pass, the mechanisms of human civilization would grind to a halt. Nuclear power plants, engineered for safety, would eventually shut themselves down, their control rods inserted to prevent catastrophe. Hydroelectric dams would continue to generate power for a while, but without human intervention, even these would fail. Turbines clogging, reservoirs overflowing, and circuits shorting out. Solar panels and wind turbines would persist in producing energy, but with no one to maintain them, dust would settle, gears would seize, and wires would fray. One by one, the traces of human light would vanish, leaving the world to its natural rhythms. Yet, in this newfound darkness, the planet would not be truly dark. Nature's own illuminations would emerge with startling clarity. In tropical oceans, vast blooms of bioluminescent plankton would shimmer like liquid stars, their blue-green glow undimmed by city lights. Lightning storms would streak across the sky, their jagged brilliance reflected in silent streets and untended fields. In meadows and forests, fireflies would blink in synchronized patterns, their tiny lanterns forming constellations among the tall grasses. Volcanoes would erupt in remote regions, casting a red-orange glow over volcanic slopes. In the far north and south, auroras would ripple across the horizon, silent curtains of green, pink, and violet, painting the darkness with otherworldly light. And above it all, meteor showers would rain down, their fiery trails visible to anyone or anything that might still be watching. The disappearance of human light would have consequences far beyond the aesthetic. Without the pall of light pollution, the night sky would become a window to the cosmos. In the present day, the glow of human cities hides all but the brightest stars. But in a world without us, the heavens would be revealed in their full glory. From the heart of abandoned cities, the Milky Way would blaze overhead. Neighboring galaxies would become visible to the naked eye. The subtle glow of the zodiacal light would stretch across the horizon before dawn. For the first time in centuries, the full splendor of the universe would be on display, unfiltered and unrestrained. As the months pass, the marks of civilization would soften and fade. Vines and grasses would creep across highways and sidewalks. Trees would force their roots through cracks in concrete. Wolves and deer would roam beneath the silent towers of glass and steel. In the absence of human interference, nature would reclaim its old haunts, transforming the landscapes of industry and commerce into wild places once more. The light of the moon, so often forgotten beneath the glare of streetlights, would cast sharp shadows over this new wilderness. Owls would hunt in the ruins of malls and theaters. Foxes would raise their young in the quiet of factories and office parks. The world would shine with a different kind of light, the gentle, persistent glow of life itself, adapting, surviving, and thriving. And what of humanity's legacy? In the absence of our lights, would Earth seem darker, or would it shine more brightly than ever before? Our cities, once beacons of progress, would become dark and silent monuments, their purpose lost. Satellites would continue to orbit for a while, their lights winking faintly against the vastness of space. But the true illumination, the kind that endures, would not be found in neon or LED, but in the intricate interplay of sunlight, moonlight, and starlight. The world would become a place where the universe reveals itself more clearly than at any point in modern history. A place where the cosmos itself becomes the show, unmediated by human invention. In this world, the boundaries between night and day, city and wilderness, would blur. The rhythms of nature, long suppressed by the march of progress, would reassert themselves. Skies once dulled by smog and city lights would clear, allowing the air to shimmer with the brightness of stars and planets. The oceans would glitter with the light of living things. The land would pulse with the energy of rebirth. The earth would not mourn our absence, nor would it rejoice. It would simply continue, turning, shining, and evolving, as it always has. Perhaps, then, the question is not how long Earth would continue to shine without us, but in what ways it would shine anew. Freed from the haze of our ambitions, the planet would become a canvas for the light of sun, moon, and stars. In the hush that follows our passing, the world would remember how to glow on its own terms, a quiet, persistent brilliance, indifferent to whether anyone is there to see it.